Thing to note about the plans that are on the marketplace, and this is essentially the same information I give individuals even at the meetings, is that obviously the first thing that you want to decide on is what type of plan you want. That's the first thing everyone is going to think about, is what type of plan do I want? Do I want a bronze plan, silver plan, platinum plan, gold plan? Obviously that's the first decision you need to make. The second thing, and again, this information is not on healthcare.gov. A lot of times individuals don't understand this, is they look at the first plan that pops up, especially in the region where we are, and they see, when they look at Blue Cross Blue Shield Tennessee plans, is that there's a Network E. They don't understand. They see the plan design, I'm just throwing this plan design out, but they see BO2E. The first letter of our plan designs with Blue Cross Blue Shield Tennessee is going to be the type of plan that it is. So if it's B, it's for bronze, P for platinum, so on. The number in between those is going to be the number of the type of plan that there is. So if it's BO1, that means that's BO1, the bronze plan, our first plan. BO2, bronze, our second plan. The last letter of each plan design is going to be the type of network that it is. It doesn't actually specify that on healthcare.gov, but that's how the plan works. So individuals see BO2E and they think, I really want this plan, it's cheap. And it's really a misunderstood plan, because a lot of times individuals don't understand that the doctors within those networks were notified about being in those networks. So with Network E, they don't understand that there's a very select number of doctors to choose from. Again, if they continue to scroll down the page, they'd see BO2S, which is our S network. And we utilize S network across the board. I personally have S network through Blue Cross Blue Shield Tennessee. It's the same network. A lot of times people will sit down with me and they say, Jarvis, I'm on the S network right here, but can I use my same doctors over here with this Obamacare plan? It's not the plan. You're still in that same network. That network is going to pay just like it is for the plan design that this plan design is paying for over here. So really it's about plan designs and about networks. Again, we have Network E, we have Network S. Both of those are offered on all plans on the marketplace. And then we do have a select network, which is Network P. It's our broadest network across the board. It's not going to be featured on all plans on the marketplace. You will not see it attached to every plan on the marketplace. But again, that's going to be the plan design that individuals, if they want to go to the most doctors and hospitals and get in to see the most selection that they can have that fuzzy feeling inside that, hey, I can go to all these doctors that are across the board. But again, it still boils down to doing your research to see which doctors are in which networks. And again, you can go to our website to do that.
John, did that answer your question?
I was just going to say, in answer to your question, another really important thing is if you have a chronic illness or you're expecting to need lots of medical care, just actually talking to your doctor and saying, which plan are you on? Because it may be that you don't need the broadest plan, or maybe you do, but I mean, basically you want to know which plan your doctors that you have a good relationship with are in. And so asking them directly is super important. You can't be charged more for a pre-existing condition anymore. You can be charged more if you smoke, and you can be charged more if you're old. But basically, that's one reason why people are paying lots less for coverage. If you have no income and you don't fit into one of those Medicaid categories, then it's going to be possibly more expensive than you can afford. But I guess if you have somebody in your family who's willing to pay for that, you can access coverage, and it's more affordable than it was before January 1. And then in terms of a modest income, if you're up to $1,000, you get to $1,000 a month, then basically you're going to have really incredible subsidies that are going to enable you to afford it, both in terms of premiums, but also in terms of copay help. So, to the extent you can get somebody up to $1,000 a month, that's really important. But if you shouldn't, if you have family support and you have a really serious illness, you should be able to buy coverage. And the coverage, do people want to throw out prices for comprehensive plans, unsubsidized comprehensive plans?
Sure. So the main thing is any legal resident of the United States can go to healthcare.gov and purchase a plan, or if you're in a state exchange, your state website or whatever. But yeah, so all you need is eligible immigration status, or of course being born here or something like that, and you can purchase a plan. Like she was saying about the subsidies, if you're not in that 100% to 400% bracket, then you won't qualify for a tax credit to lower the premium on it. But you could, if you have a rich aunt who wants to pay for your health coverage, you could go purchase a plan as long as you have that eligible immigration status. You would not be charged more based on anything pertaining to your health status, although I suppose smoking does pertain to health status. They can charge more, as she said, by smoking status, and so the rate that you pay is based only on your age and your smoking status. So I tend to see a lot of people that come to me are those childless adults. So they're in their 50s and 60s. So I see a lot of plans, bronze plans starting around $250 a month. If someone's, especially later 50s, so you're starting around $250 a month and kind of going up from there.
I just want to say the only question that's asked about your health care is, do you smoke? So somebody who, has high blood pressure and they just take a pill, once a day, is going to pay the same rates as somebody who needs a liver transplant. They don't get into specifics about that. But healthcare.gov goes by the tax group. So the person who makes no money, if they are up to 26 years old and they can actually have their taxes filed by their parents as part of their household, they can use the parents' income as a group to go to healthcare.gov, and not everybody is going to sign up, only those who don't have insurance. Also, sometimes there's a parent, maybe someone who's in their 50s who is not on Medicare yet, but one of their children is taking care of them and they're living with them. That child can claim the parent on their taxes and use the child's income to bring them up to 100% so that they can get all the tax credits and the cost share reduction. So it does go by tax group. So, if there's any way that they're married, or, they're a child up to 26, or a parent who is being taken care of, that their child claims them on their taxes, that can actually be an income group. So.
And I'm just going to throw this in the mix too. I hope it doesn't confuse you, but also, and I know it was mentioned tobacco usage and also the age, but also the region you live in also comes into a factor when it talks about rates. Here in Nashville and the surrounding counties of Nashville is considered Region 4. So here in Region 4, we're going to have our set rates that are here in this region. Now, if you live outside of those surrounding counties of Region 4, keep in mind going south, which is also my region underneath the surrounding counties of Nashville, is consists of Region 8. Region 8 is going to have actually different rates than it would be in Region 4. Tennessee is actually broken up into 8 different regions across the state of Tennessee. Now, if you ask me why 4 and 8 is in the middle, I won't be able to tell you. But really, that's how Tennessee is broken up. So keep that in mind. The region you live in, if you call someone and they say my rates may be different, well, that may be the region that they're living in that may come into factor as well.
You can go to healthcare.gov in the window shop and just see what the cost of plans are. You can also, if you just Google Kaiser calculator, it will just put in some basic information. It will tell you the range of the cost